Hey everyone, welcome inside the Mayo Media Network, and it's Sunday and you're seeing me or hearing me, which means it's time for your Sunday best bets. Before we dive into the picks and the recap from last Sunday, a few housekeeping notes to go over. First of all, if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you, hi, how are you? And number two, just go ahead, hit that like button, hit that sub button, and at the very bottom where the comment section is, go ahead, drop us a comment of what your favorite bet is of the day or favorite parlay. Either way, let me know. And let me know if you want to see some different kinds of bets, different sports. Let's get some W's together. Also, we had some feedback last week about what kind of merch you want to see here at the Mayo Media Network. A few golf requests. I like it a lot. Let me know what else you want to see and we'll get some things in motion. If you're listening to us on any of our outlets, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, I'm 100% sure I'm going to miss a bunch there. Go ahead, rate and review 5 stars. If you review us on Apple Podcasts, go ahead, leave your Twitter handle there as well, because you never know when Pat's going to give away $100. It's just like the Tooth Fairy. It happens and you go, oh, okay, cool, that's awesome. $100 right in your pocket just for leaving us a nice review. Leave your Twitter handle, easy peasy. Speaking of easy peasy, it was an okay day last Sunday. 2-2, we hit the Tampa Bay and Detroit under. That one was my favorite bet of them all. And the Colorado Rockies, Arizona Diamondbacks over as well. We missed on the Colorado money line. We missed on the Marlins money line. 2-2, so we'll take it. 500 is fine. We're not losing. We're also not winning. Let's try and get back into the winning groove here this Sunday. Let's start off with the Ottawa Senators and the Calgary Flames. Now, if you've watched the Senators all year long, they started off and went, okay, they look like an okay team. And then they kind of sucked for a bit. They weren't even pesky for a while. And now to close out the season, they have been on fire. Brady Tkachuk said in one of his recent scrums, well, it's not really a scrum anymore, one of his Zoom interviews. It's going to be really weird when things go back to scrums, by the way. I just thought about that now. But he was saying that the Senators are going to be really tough for years to come. And usually when a player says that, I don't believe it. Because, I mean, you kind of have to say that about your team. It's not like you can say, yeah, we suck, like Elvis Merzlikins did. But I believe Brady Tkachuk. I think this team has a lot of the right pieces. And one of those pieces, Timmy Stutz, hat trick against the Jets. This kid is going to be dynamite. You see why the Sens are so high on him and why he went second overall. He's electric. I think he's going to have a fantastic year next season. Let me know what you predict for Timmy Stutz next year. How many points is he going to get? But I'm taking the Sens here, if you can't tell. Plus 162 against the Flames. The Sens are 8-1-1 over their last 10 games. And I kind of had to do a double take on that because it just feels weird thinking that the Ottawa Senators, who many predicted to be the worst team in hockey and just go through some growing pains, 8-1-1. They've only given up 17 goals during that span, 1.7 goals per game, if you can't do the easy math there. And they're also averaging, their offense has been working, 3.4 goals per game on that span. If you don't want the Sens money line, you can go for the puck line at minus 152, but plus 162 for the Sens is something I can do. And I haven't even talked about their opponent, the Calgary Flames, but it just feels like the Flames are going through so much turmoil. You don't know if they'll have Johnny Hockey or Sean Monahan next year, just because who knows what to expect for this team. I mean, you see Sam Bennett go from Calgary over to Florida, and he's now flourishing there. One of the best 10-game stretches of his career in Panthers history. So giving the Sens money line plus 162. Now, this game isn't over at the time of recording. They are now in the bottom of the 11th. It is 4-4, the Phillies and the Braves. So we're going to talk about everything before this game. And for this one, even though we should wait for the results here, but I kind of want to go to bed. It's late and I got to get up early tomorrow. So I'm going to give you the Phillies against the Braves here. I like the Phillies money line just because I really like Aaron Nola. He's having a great season, 3-1, win-loss, whatever, but his 2.89 ERA and his 2.42 FIP. I love that FIP. I think Nola's been electric. His stuff has been all over the plate. It's been great to watch him. Eno on the other side has been just one of the most fun pitchers to watch. His grand slam, I mean, anytime a pitcher hits a home run. Also, happy almost 5-year anniversary to Bartolo Colon for hitting his home run. Big Sexy forever has a place in my heart. But this game should be a fun pitcher's duel. But I just like how the Phillies have been playing more lately. Heading into this Saturday game, that is, 4-4, bottom of the 11th, 2 runners on for the Braves, with 1 out right now. The Phillies are on this 5-game winning streak. And even if they lose this one and don't get to 6, I'm still all over them just because their offense has been great, 5.8 runs per game, while giving up just 2.8 runs. Sign me up for the Phillies money line here, minus 114. And now the Twins against the Tigers. The Twins money line minus 162 is my play here. Kenta Maeda put in his best pitching performance the last time out. I covered on the fantasy baseball picks and bets show, and Maeda was my value, mid-priced pitcher of the night, because I just felt like Maeda was playing way too poorly for how good he actually is. And thank goodness he didn't make me look like a dumbass. 5 1/3 innings, 8K, and I just love this matchup against the Tigers. Even though the Tigers have Matt Boyd going on the hill, I don't see Boyd pitching deep into the game because he was removed from his last start in the second inning due to knee tendonitis. Now, I don't have terrible knees, but knee tendonitis sounds like one of the worst things imaginable. He didn't miss his turn in the rotation. He just got his start pushed back a bit. I think Detroit will smartly go to their bullpen here. I feel like Boyd has to be on some sort of pitch count, and Detroit's bullpen is the worst in the majors, and it's not even close. Their bullpen has a 6.58 ERA. The second closest team are the Reds at 5.7. Again, a 6.58 ERA. The Tigers bullpen has also given up the most home runs at 26. And the nice Minnesota Twins are 6th in the majors with home runs at 44. Now, yeah, the Twins don't have Buxton, but that doesn't really concern me as much because I just want to pick on this Detroit Tigers bullpen. I think they're that bad. They've walked the fourth most batters, and the team as a whole 2-8 over their last 10 games. Not great whatsoever. Quick recap of the picks. Senators money line is your plus play, plus 162, or you can take them at the puck line at minus 152. Honestly, don't mind either. I just think that the value at plus 162 for a team that's 8-1-1 over the last 10 games is phenomenal. I like the Phillies here in a pitcher's matchup minus 114, and I like the Twins minus 162. You parlay those three together with those odds, and I know the odds will probably change depending on where you're betting, etc., etc. Plus 698 for a 3-team money line parlay. Sign me up. Big fan of that. Thanks all for tuning in. This has been your Sunday edition of Best Bets. Best of luck, and we'll see you next week.